The growing demand for mechanical keyboards reflects a resurgence of tactile typing. Enthusiasts and gamers prize satisfying switches, durable build quality, and customizable layouts. This guide evaluates key factors buyers care about: switch type, build quality, layout, and value.
List number 1. 7-inch butcher knife meat cleaver. Heavy-duty balance for home butchery. The 7-inch butcher knife meat cleaver is a classic, no-nonsense entry aimed at serious home cooks and occasional pros who need a compact but powerful tool for breaking down poultry, pork joints, and small beef bones. At this size, it strikes a useful compromise. Large enough to deliver forceful, controlled chops, yet small enough for maneuverability around a crowded cutting board. What matters most in a cleaver for bone work, blade mass, edge geometry, tang construction, and handle ergonomics are all emphasized here. Blade profile and weight. The cleaver's relatively thick spine and modest belly create momentum on each stroke, letting you rely on physics rather than pure arm strength. Thicker blades better absorb impact against bone and reduce the chance of edge rolling. This 7-inch model is clearly tuned for repeated heavy strokes without feeling unwieldy. Handle and balance. A balanced cleaver feels like a single tool rather than a blunt instrument. This model typically places the balance point near the heel, which helps control the cut and prevents the head from overpowering the wrist. List number 2. Professional meat cleaver knife. Workhorse for frequent heavy-duty chopping. The professional meat cleaver knife positions itself as a workhorse for users demanding durability and edge retention when cutting through bone and dense connective tissue. Professional-grade cleavers tend to focus on thicker spine geometry, robust bolsters, and larger blade faces that absorb shock and resist chipping when used on rib bones and larger joints. Blade and bevel design. Professional cleavers usually employ a slightly convex or flat bevel that holds its shape under impact. This model follows that principle. It appears built to take repeated strikes without deforming the edge. The heavier profile increases cutting momentum, making single decisive chops more effective than a sawing motion, exactly what you want when breaking small bones or cleaving joints. Handle ergonomics and safety. Because professionals use their tools all day, handle comfort and safety features are critical. Expect an anatomically shaped handle with a secure finger guard or bolster to prevent slippage during wet tasks. Many professional models also use riveted full tang handles or molded synthetic scales that withstand moisture and frequent sanitation.
List number 3. Shiokami Meat Cleaver Chef Knife with Sheath. Versatile and travel-ready heavy chopper. The Shiokami Meat Cleaver Chef Knife with Sheath blends practicality with portability. A smart choice for cooks who want a resilient bone-cleaving tool that's also easy to transport or store safely. Including a sheath signals this cleaver is intended for users who may carry it between locations, farm-to-table events, markets, or catering, or simply want safe storage at home. Blade characteristics. The Shiokami model typically balances a thick, impact-resistant spine with a slightly tapered edge to maintain a usable slicing profile. This gives the blade dual personality, powerful enough to handle bones, yet refined enough to trim fat and portion after the heavy cuts. The bevel geometry likely leans toward a workmanlike grind that resists chipping. Handle and balance. A comfortable handle is essential when alternating between forceful chops and controlled trimming.
List number 4. Cleaver 6.5-inch meat cleaver, heavy-duty bone chopper, compact brute for focused tasks. The Cleaver 6.5-inch meat cleaver is clearly aimed at users who want a compact yet stout chopper specifically tuned to break bone and separate joints without the bulk of larger cleavers. Its shorter length increases control and reduces blade swing arc, which is helpful when working in tight spaces or when precision matters in addition to power. Performance and feel. A 6.5-inch head concentrates mass closer to the handle, which can increase the effective force per stroke and deliver controlled strikes that split small to medium bones. Because it's shorter, it's excellent for portioning tasks immediately after cleaving. You can transition from chopping to trimming without changing tools. Blade geometry and construction. Expect a thicker cross-section behind the edge for bone resistance, with a stout heel for initial impact. The construction should prioritize a robust edge-to-spine ratio to absorb repeated blows. Many heavy-duty 6.5-inch designs use a slightly blunted acute edge to reduce edge damage when contacting bone, relying on mass for cutting efficiency rather than a razor-thin bevel.
Number 5. Mad Shark Meat Cleaver, Professional 7.5-inch. High-capacity cleaver for heavy slaughter and portioning. The Mad Shark 7.5-inch professional cleaver is built around the principle of providing authoritative heft while staying sufficiently maneuverable. At 7.5 inches, it sits in the sweet spot for many users, longer than compact choppers, but not so long as to be cumbersome for countertop work. This size provides extra bite and reach for larger bones and denser cuts, while enabling efficient portioning after the heavy chops. Power and edge geometry. A 7.5-inch cleaver like this commonly features a thick spine and broad blade face to transfer kinetic energy to the cut. The result is confident single-stroke separation of rib bones and joints with reduced need for repeated sawing motions. Professional models emphasize a durable edge profile that can withstand impact, and this one claims that professional-grade robustness. Balance and handling. With greater blade length comes a different balance profile. A well-executed design places the center of gravity forward, yet close enough to the handle for controlled strikes. This Mad Shark cleaver tends to favor a palm-over grip for forceful chops and a pinch grip for finer slicing near the tip. The handle material and shape should minimize shock transmitted to the hand.